All right, guys, we're back on here live once again, man. It's your boy going solo dolo today on the live stream. We might as well run through some games and whatnot. We got a bunch popping off for y'all today. Give me one. Let me switch my microphone over. I'm about to take this link off YouTube and post this shit for everybody over on SoBet to get them to flow in here, guys. But look, it's been a great run the last couple of days, really the last week or so. We really turned things around. I think we're gonna go off tonight. Really like this, honestly. I was on Pittsburgh earlier. We took the L on bullshit in the game. It really was. That was a terrible, but I'm not really going to talk about that one. I don't know if we would have hit or not in overtime. It would have been interesting to at least get that chance. That's all I ask, guys, at the end of the day, is to have a chance of winning the bet. So, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But I really like these three looks I got for tonight in college hoops. I actually haven't played anything yet in the NBA. I might pass on the NBA today, but I'll let y'all know what I've been looking at today on some free picks though as well in college hoops on here for y'all today. So it's that time though, man. It really is about to be March Madness. I'm gonna be out in March Madness with some of the other SoBet guys out there celebrating and whatnot. And well, not really celebrating. We're gonna be out there making content and betting on the games. I mean, I'm not really gonna party while I'm out there. I'm all business while I'm out there. It's all about getting to the money. Got this little Virginia Tech game on over here as well. Glad I didn't bet this one. I like the over there, but it don't look like they're gonna get there. So I guess we'll start things out here and we'll get a free pick today in college hoops. You know what? Y'all see the shirt, man. We're going with the Florida State game here. I really like this spot, honestly, guys, for Florida State today to win this game. Leonard Hamilton is the legendary head coach of Florida State. This could be his last game he ever coaches there. If they lose, well, it's a good thing they're playing Syracuse. So in the ACC, guys, not every single team is able to make the ACC tournament. The worst teams in the conference don't make it, and Florida State or Syracuse is the worst team that actually qualified. Syracuse is the second worst defense in all of the ACC, and they're ranked 346th out of 364 teams when it comes to creating turnovers. They're probably not really going to be able to force turnovers today against this Florida State offense. On the flip side of things, Florida State's 33rd in the nation at getting the free throw line. Their rack attack is insane. Florida State gets to the cup, man. I think they're going to cause a lot of problems going to the hole in this game. So I think that presents a good matchup here for Florida State. Florida State's played well as well on neutral site games. They're 3-1. Covering by 8.1 points per game. And neither of these teams really shoot the three-point ball very well. So I don't see either team really winning the game from deep or getting too crazy hot from deep. Ultimately, Syracuse defense is not going to be able to get the stops they need. Florida State's going to get to the rack in this game. I like the Noles to get it done in this game today, guys. I don't know if I post a free pick or not on YouTube today. So I might have to go back on there and check that and post that up for everybody over there later. But we do like Florida State in this game tonight, guys. Other games on the slate that are interesting here, to be honest with y'all, a lot of these DGen games I'm not too interested in. Delaware State, the 12 seed in the conference championship game here against Wilmington. That's pretty crazy to see. Delaware State hit 18 threes 2 games ago. Yesterday, they smoked Towson, who was the number one team in the entire tournament, ran them out the gym. I was on Towson. I went 3-3 yesterday. I was on Towson. I do like Delaware State plus 9.5 points. I'm just a little scared that I'm jumping in at the end of the streak there, so I'll pass that game. So UCF Utah game's pretty interesting. I mean, 168 points, a lot for a total with not too great offenses on a neutral site game. I kind of like UCF, but one of their better players apparently might not play in the game, so I got to be sure what's going on there before I do anything. Again, I'm never done well, guys, in this West Coast Conference Championship game, Gonzaga versus St. Mary's here. I'll tell you all what, though. I don't think both these teams are really all that great. St. Mary's, though, definitely is the better team, but Gonzaga, I'm pretty sure, just smoked St. Mary's the other day. No, Gonzaga actually lost to St. Mary's 67-74, and the game went under the total. So I'm going to stay off that game. I lean kind of towards the under. I think it could be a defensive game. I'd rather take the first half to go under, though. And then other than that, I still have 2 other plays tonight in college hoops. We got 2 totals we're looking at. We got Arizona State versus Kansas State. I'm on the total in this game tonight. I do actually think Kansas State wears them out. So you got to remember this, guys. Arizona State has only 6 scholarship players. They are averaging, giving up 97 points per game in their last 4 games. And these games have had an average total of 174.5 scored in those games. And then, so I'm looking at the total in that game, but I do think that Kansas State does kind of run them out the gym here. They're a much better team, and they should rally the troops there. NBA wise, apparently the Cavs have the flu going around the locker room. They got some multiple players on the injury report. We saw this line drop from 18 to 19 down to 16 here, and 16 and a half, I guess we're seeing now. I wouldn't be shocked to see Brooklyn cover, but Cleveland's offense is so much better. Darius Garland and Mobley could be enough here. I think Cleveland will win this game by like 12 points. Already banned all the Wizards games from seeing any slips for me here, but I mean, I don't see how Detroit doesn't wear them out in this game. Milwaukee and Indiana. This is one I'm kind of interested in these two later games on here, guys. So as of right now, Milwaukee and Indiana. Milwaukee's got like the ninth best defense. Both these teams are top 10 in offense in their last 5 games. Pace-wise, these teams are pushing like back half of like the top 12 in pace. Honestly, I got to see if Halliburton plays here, man. Hey, he ain't played in the last 3 contests. I'm interested to see if he's actually going to play tonight or not. Because if he plays, I think Indiana's in a decent spot to hit the over in this game. Indiana's 6-2 to the over as a home underdog. They had some very decent numbers here on them as an underdog in this game tonight. I think both these teams might really push the pace. Let me pull these numbers up for y'all right now. I looked at the Halliburton props as well. His points props pretty low, and he averages 20 points per game when he plays at home as opposed to when he plays on the road. He's only averaging 16.4 points per game, and his number's 18.5. I think he can go over that. Only 9.5 assists at plus 100, maybe minus 110, depending on your book. So it's not actually a bad spot to look at him, to look at Halliburton props tonight. He should be due for a big game, and he plays much better when he plays at home opposed to the road. Okay, so as a home underdog this season, guys, Indiana's 6-2 to the over by 8 points per game. So they clearly push their pace even more when they're a home underdog. And then after a loss as well, I noticed this. Indiana really pumps pace after losing. They're 17-8-2 to the over after losing. I think Indiana might really try to turn their pace up in this game here. We've seen these teams play twice this season. Both games went way over 140 or 240 is the total. I think this game is an interesting spot to look at an over. I think Indiana might try to pack the paint on Giannis. I mean, Brook Lopez was a hot over. He was at 10.5. Now he's at 11.5 minus 130. That feels like it's gone a bit too far. But I would still look at that. But ultimately, guys, I really do like this over in this Indiana game. That's probably my favorite play I haven't played yet. I still might jump in on it. I just really think we're going to sweep college hoops today. So we'll see if I end up doing that one. The Clippers game, the last game on the slate tonight. When I look at this game here, I mean, the Pelicans defense is trash. They have their 28th in the NBA in their last 5 games on defense. Clippers have been going over the total more. They're 12-16 to the over in their last 16 games. But if you look, so they've gone over 12 out of the last 16. But I mean, if you look at these Pelicans, their numbers are weird. They've gone under the total in 5 out of their last 6 home games. You look at their road games, they give up like 125 points to the opposing team. But at home, it looks like they're actually playing some defense. So this feels like it's either going to soar over the total or it's going to be like a 105 to like 106 kind of game and it goes way under. And that's just not the type of thing I want to get involved with here. But I will say the Clippers seem to be pushing more pace. They're playing better offense, and the Pelicans are like not trying. Like I've watched some of these games and they literally just walk up and down the court. Like if you watch some of these games at the end of the season with these teams who don't care, they're literally just like walking up and down the court, like just ISO ball, like everybody's standing around, like all one-on-one ball, like no help defense or anything like that. We took the over last night in the Mavs Spurs game. That game was just straight up one-on-one basketball. Nobody was helping whatsoever. It was just shooting open threes and one-on-one basketball. This game kind of has potential to be a lot like that. I really don't think they were. What's my college pick? We're taking Florida State tonight minus 2.5, and I have 2 other college hoops picks on SoBet. It's actually free to download and join SoBet and to get picks. So if you just click on the link in my profile, Marty, you can get the pick. You can get 2 other picks tonight for college hoops for free. But yeah, that's basically what we're looking at tonight, guys. If y'all have any other games in the comments y'all want to call out, just let me know and I'll talk about them. But I'm feeling good about this card today. We did lose that Pittsburgh one earlier on that BS. I'm glad we didn't hop in here on this Virginia Tech game. This game's playing out pretty weird so far. I kind of think Virginia Tech's going to cover, but I didn't touch this one. I don't really like Cal. Cal's a very untrustworthy team. Maybe the over does get there in this game. They already called, not that many fouls. I guess they're at 70 points right now, and they got to go to a 140 total. I don't know, man. They got to get the scoring some points here, get some fouling or something if they want to send this game over. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for today in college hoops and in the NBA. Should be another nice slate. We'll be back on here tomorrow. Bro will be back tomorrow. We'll have a huge show. every single conference tournament gets going tomorrow. I believe. Wait, does the Big Ten play tomorrow, or do they not start till Thursday? Let me look. So tomorrow in action, we have the ACC. Oh yeah, we got everybody in action tomorrow. Big Ten starts at 3:30. SEC, ACC, Big 12. Everybody, the Big East is in action. It's guys. Tomorrow's gonna be one of the best